You must say it properly. I won't answer unless you kneel down and everything.
Lady Mary Crawley, will you do me the honor of becoming my wife?
Yes.
Mary and Matthew's relationship is one of the elements of Downton that jumped out of the television screens, and that relationship is beyond the TV show itself. It's a relationship that's part of society now. It's part of the national consciousness and many nations' consciousness.
For the audience, it's something that they've been waiting for 2 years, and it was such a brilliant day.
It did feel like a big day. Someone had texted me saying, I hope you've started, and obviously I didn't reveal what we were filming, but I did think, if only you knew what we were filming right now.
It's almost the next royal wedding, dare we say it. So we can imagine lots of beautiful photographs out there and a lot of buzz.
There was an element of excitement even amongst the cast, because this is a day, even when you read the scripts, you're waiting for 2 seasons, three series.
It was a wonderful thing to do. It was quite pressured, but it was really enjoyable, and it did feel quite real, I think, at times.
Everybody knew this was the big event of the opening episode, and of course, everybody was in overdrive on that day.
Here we are, outside St Mary's in Bampton, in Oxfordshire, Downton, in the Sow, and this is the day on which Mary marries Matthew.
I feel like we've come on a long journey to get us to the point where we finally see, after a very torturous journey, Mary and Matthew are finally together at the altar.
Even the build-up over the last couple of days, everyone's been building up to the wedding. And everyone was anticipating what the dress was going to look like. Even last night in the hotel, I passed Michelle and I said, "You coming down for a drink?" She's like, "God, no, I'm getting married tomorrow."
In a real wedding, you're sort of nervous that either the bride won't turn up or that, you'll screw up your speech or something. But I have neither of those concerns because Michelle is contractually obliged to turn up.
It is really exciting. I woke up this morning feeling,
I'm fairly sure this was our very biggest day in the history of Downton Abbey, in the sense that literally everybody in the town, everybody upstairs, everybody downstairs has all gathered for this big moment.
I can't get over it sometimes when all these extraordinary players are there doing something you were thinking up in the bar.
we've got 160 extras and a choir and an organist, all the flowers and the huge amount that costume and makeup had to do. I mean, we always go for perfection, but today it's been like a military operation.
It's a massive task. I mean, just going from clearing the villagers' cars to getting our trucks in to making sure everything's out of shot.
We didn't move anything in properly until this morning. We had to put all the things we moved out yesterday back in because I had a service here last night. The flowers were the main item in a way. We've got 6 that incorporate candles, various ones without candles in different sizes, and then we've got 2 more enormous ones.
I cannot believe how lucky we are, because filming after you've been in a village for a year or 2, it's like, oh goodness, they're not coming back again. But they have been fabulous. They just are so with us, and we have many of the villagers in the congregation, and it's just fantastic.
It does feel like there's a very good partnership between the filmmakers and the people who live here, which is, I mean, really you can't ask for any more than that.
Very positive reaction from all the villagers in Bampton. Overall, very, very good. I think they're proud of the village. Wherever you go, people engage you in conversation about this very series. So we didn't think it would be so popular.
As you imagine, we have many weddings here, but obviously this is very special and very different. And I think the village is very excited.
They love it. They really, really love it. And I think where we pulled a bit of a masterstroke was getting quite a few of them involved in being extras for the wedding and just being out in the streets, in the church, and they've absolutely loved it.
The number of people today is the biggest difference. We generally don't have crowds of this big. On this series so far, this is our biggest day.
We've got 22 cast, we've got 81 background, 209 crew and casting together.
Making sure that everyone's dressed correctly and that the ritual meets the words that have been written by Julian Fellows. Delivering all that in a very short period of time is quite time consuming.
We started at 6 o'clock this morning, it's now 10 to 11, so it's taken about 4.5 hours, I think, it took us to get ready today.
All the women are wearing hats because all women wore hats in churches in those days. In fact, it's only quite recently that ended. And we've made sure that all the grand people are closer to the front and all the staff, including the ones that we know so well from below stairs at Downton Abbey, are further back in the church, thus showing this sort of continued social difference that even at a wedding was reflected.
Upper class, posh women, sort of upper class men. At the back you have the sort of middle classes and the sort of smarter villagers.
I'm checking the chaps and getting them ready to go on set, adding a few last touches. I've been checking them all morning since about 5 o'clock, and I'll be checking them all day long. Just trying to add a little bit of sort of individuality to these people rather than them just being background or atmos, as our Americans like to call them.